Howdy, folks. Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm playing Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server. And, a void world. You start with a tree, and there's a block of dirt underneath you. Yeah, except this is not quite the void world that I started out with. This is the Aether, and it's got a few floating little things. Okay, it's got a lot of floating things in the Aether, and one of the things back there is that guy there above my head, floating clouds that will knock you off and make you fall all the way to the ground, which, is okay. I can survive because I've got flight, which makes me super happy. And there are fun trees and little islands and whatnot. I'm not really going to show off much around here. There are some fun building blocks to find in here. There are some ores you'll want to find. Let's come fly over here. This is holy stone. You want to grab some of that, at least 8. Oh, hey, there's an air well over there. And these clouds are the annoying ones. Yeah, you missed me. A zephyr. Okay. Those zephyrs will... oh, there's lots of zephyrs here. They will knock you off of the wherever you're standing with these little puffballs they shoot at you. Here, I'll let one of them hit me. Where'd you come from? You came from over here. All right, who's shooting me? There he is. You see, it'll just launch you off of whatever you're on. Doesn't do damage, but if you don't have flight, it's a whole world of hurt. Whee! All right, so you want to grab some of the holy stone. You also want to grab some of this ice stone. There's a quest for that. And then you want to look around. Oh, hey, this right here. This is the ambrosium. You'll want to mine that up. I'll just grab one real quick. And it gives you this ambrosium shards. There are 2 other blocks that you'll want to find, and this is one of them. This is the zanite, and this is pretty easy to spot. Let's go ahead and break that one. Doink. And there's a few things you'll want to use this zanite gemstone for. And then the other one up there's another zanite. Like I said, those are pretty easy to find. The third one, the gravitite, is hard to find because it's very pale against this. It's almost impossible to see, and I'm glad I've got my goggles of night vision because it's dark underneath here, but I can still see pretty well. Yeah, I'm not seeing the gravitite at all. Like I said, it's pretty darn rare. Oh, there we go, right there. 2 of the gravitite ores, and I'll go ahead and grab those. There's some things you can make out of that. Those need to be processed elsewhere. Fun little blocks, fun little mobs running around here. These are some clouds and whatnot, and there are also some dungeons in the pack. Let's land here. Look at the map. This is the silver dungeon up here. And I've already gone in there and killed the Valkyrie Queen on that. And then this is another dungeon. This is the gold dungeon. Yep. Hey, stop that. Stop it. And then over here, let's see, go down. Then over here, deep inside here is the bronze dungeon. And that's a whole bunch of chests and a large block that you get to beat up. I haven't done either one of those. And for right now, I'm done. But oh, did you hear that little sound? Maybe not. Let me get back out of here. There we go. This portal just makes lots of noise, and I'll be standing around here and it just plays music. All right, I'm going to dump off all of this for right now. Let's see what that right there. So, things that this is stuff that I picked up from the various dungeons and killing whatnots. I do want to plant some of these golden oak saplings. Those are pretty cool looking. A zanite axe, some music discs I haven't listened to yet, but a ton of fun stuff like that. And the main reason why I went in there was because I wanted to repair my equipment. So if we come in here and grab this stuff, if you take 8 of the holy stone and surround a zanite, right there, that will make an altar from the Aether mod. In fact, I'm going to plop that one. Let's plop it right there. Why not? And if I put in that and hit it with the shard, nope, doesn't look like that wants to repair. Let's grab the engineers and that and a hoe. See if I can get any of these to repair. Let's put a bunch of these in. Nope, doesn't want to do that. These are built off of other mods. That's a vanilla item. There we go. The vanilla item will do it. So this is down a little bit of damage, but not a huge amount. And it looks like I'm going to need multiple of these ambrosium shards to do the full regeneration. And I'm looking at the durability. Doesn't appear to be doing anything. It looks like it's going to have to do the full cook before it can or do the repair. So this won't repair these modded items, which is okay. I can still repair them anyway. But I'm just still going, huh. Well, this is one way to repair some things. Let's put those back away. You, click you, click you, click you. All those items back away. You, this is fairly slow. However, I have a much better way of repairing my stuff. One of the things I did, we look here in the tools, I did make this, my netherite knife. R on that, that's a diamond knife, which is just those two bits. And I've got the smithing template now and the plenty of netherite. So using this on a pig or hoglin, I can get hams. And then if I put those into a smoker, I get smoked hams. And that's pretty darn good food. That's better than the golden carrot, which is good. The shepherd's pie is even better still. I got that as a reward. And there it is, fully repaired. So that is a way of repairing your vanilla type tools. I'm going to put that away, which is okay because I can actually, here, let me grab the axe. Stop messing with that. This is another way of repairing it. I can just drop it into here. Oh, it needs 2 levels and I have 1. But being able to put the various enchants on it, I don't think I can put both fortune. Yeah, see, it blocked out the silk touch. Being able to sit there and enchant that, very nice. And I do like being able to there we go, to enchant my stuff and get that repaired. That's very nice. I do finally have mending on all of my items. I finally found a item that had mending on it. Used the disenchanting table here, threw that in there with a book, and I was able to strip out all the spells. And one of the spells was, I'm trying to remember, it was a tool of some sort that had mending on it that I wasn't going to be using. And so it had a looting or something that doesn't apply with helmet. So I got the mending on it, but nothing else. All right, so that's always nice. One of the things I did do, I added on my 2 machines here a second diamond upgrade because I got plenty of power, so I can process the stuff really fast through there. And this is all processed. What I've been doing is melting out everything I got. Ooh, we're almost done. Oh, a little bit of uranium there. So it's U is the lowest of in the alphabet, and so the uranium's going through. And here's all my. Oh, we've got some tin. So just barely shifted over. Here's the tin. Here's the uranium. So it's just barely finishing the last little bit. So I've been gathering up all of these, and it's fairly manual process still. However, if we take a look at the amounts I've got quite a lot. 8K, 12K, 22K iron. These are now the netherite upgrades. So I can hold up to 65K. I should stop processing, but there's some people that have been asking for copper, so I said, okay, I can process those. That can certainly be done. The other thing I upgraded these. This is now the Elite Factory, Elite, and 2 advances, just because I've got enough power. I also put some energy upgrades. Nope, they all have energy upgrades, but I added some speed upgrades. So they're consuming a little bit more power than normal, but that's okay. I've got plenty of power, but I would like to have more. Oh, hey, went ahead and set myself up a beacon here with regen, because why not? Regeneration is always nice to have. And there, get rid of that a little bit. Drop that. That little bit of music that just plays it. I've gotten used to it, but it is kind of catches me by surprise because I have music turned off in the pack right now. So I'm going to do something with power, and for that I need to get ready. Well, if I'm going to deal with power or more power, I might as well be over here at the power area with a project chest. All right, so I've said a lot of times, but I repeat myself a lot, so much that I repeat myself. I don't mind having really slow generation of power as long as I have huge amounts of storage for it. And that's why I've got this ultimate energy cube here for charging this up. So I've got 100 megabytes here of FE. I also have another one of those tucked over there by there. So I've got another big storage of power, but I would like to have more. And one of the things that power has is these ender cells. They're kind of like the tesseracts, except they're all the same thing. They're very similar to tesseracts, except instead of this does items, energies, and fluids, these just do energy, and that's okay. They hold lots. These don't really hold power as much as they allow you to transfer the stuff around. And the way I think of these ender cells is they're all one thing. It's like a fourth dimensional being that's extruded out into our third dimensional region in multiple locations, but it's the same. Anyway, so I've got my system here. I went ahead and made the power manual. So I can go in here and do stuff like storage and transfers. Hey, let's look at ender cells. And it explains how you can make these and how much power they hold and how much they transfer in and out, in and out, in and out. The thing that, here we go all the way down here. This was the crafting for the top tier one, and 2 million FE a tick in and out. That's huge. That's far more than I'm ever going to be needing to do, which is fine. Nitro crystals made those already. Ender core. Oh, hey, it just kind of looked elsewhere. Funky. Anyway, I love having a pack that has information in the pack about what it needs to do. Oh, here, let's do this just to make life a little bit easier. So this one is currently configured with that so that only one item can go through at a time, which is okay. I just doubled these amounts. But this over here, I can just drop all three of those. Whoops, nope, grab those torches. That's the wrong thing. Right click. Yes, done. It was that fast. There's my ender core. Let's do that again, but without putting the torch in place. And it needs 50k, and it zapped it that fast. This is the spirited energizing rod. I probably won't do anything above that. Anyway, I do like how that yeah, it kind of like blinks open because it's got that ender eye in it. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to grab these bits here because I'm going to make 2 more of these ender cells. So, and do you not stack? No, they don't stack. Huh. Okay. Well, I want one here, and I'm going to come over and get rid of this one here. Break, because I don't need that tesseract there. I'm going to use one of these ender cells. And did I just put that? Yes, I did. Okay, so here's the ender cell, and they're currently all doing receive and extract, which doesn't matter because my ultimate energy cube is only inputting. So I could set it up to go back and forth, but nope. These are to then power everything here. All right, so there's that one, but I need one more, and I'm going to use that upstairs because that'll be where the power comes in. And for that, I want to go ahead and power these up because these, if we take a look at it right now, it's got the transfer of 2 million, but there's 0 power in them, and I can't get power into them because it has no battery to store them. So for that, I'm going to break this, grab all those bits, and let's do a little crafting chain. All right. The recipe builds on itself fairly nicely. Oh, did I not hit? Yes, hit C first, and then we'll go down the chain. Doot, 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 doot. All right, so everything's set up to craft the battery starter. And then if I hit U on that, that gives me the battery basic, U, and that gives me the hardened, U, and that gives me the blazing, and this gives me the niotic, hit U, this gives me the spirited, and that's, 400 million, that's a lot, but if we bump it up to the very top to the nitro, that holds 2 billion FE. That's a whole bunch. So if I look at that ender cell, crouch right click it. Nope. Let's just I think, can I shift click it into here? There we go. There's the 2 billion right there. Now it holds 2 billion. Not that anything's going in, because we need to go upstairs to do that. In fact, because it's night and I haven't slept recently, I'm going to sleep right now. Otherwise, I'll get phantoms, and phantoms are super annoying. Oh, yeah, they're crafted the altar. All right. Oh, hey, got a little map of the base. And I should be able to get rid of that little thingy of me, but I don't know how to do that. All right, let's go up. Oh, do I have? I don't have any experience on me. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Not enough. Okay, I'm going to have to eat a chili baby. Because I might as well just go up quick using this. Get me up here. All right. So this is where the power is going right now. The 8 wind generators. And then I've got the thermo generator from Nitro. Thermo generator from Power. This is the Nitro version. And it's doing... it can generate... It says 2K. But because I've got the... Over here, the block of blazing crystal, which is the hottest thing I can find at this point, it does a whole lot more, so it's like 5.2K. Anyway, I'm going to take the nitro cell here, plop that down, and yes, it is starting to get power in there from here. I do like to actually have this configured. So I'm going to go doink. So now it's forced it to go in. And so now the power's going in there. There's 43 million already because these had kind of generated some power and had that reserved. In which case, I don't need this Tesseract anymore. And it says that it has power in it. It really doesn't. It's just what it was next to. And those are the other bits. So my power... Actually, I can replace you just to make it kind of look like what it used to be. And it still has that funneled in. All right, so I just noticed this has kind of a 3D texture on it. That's kind of cool. Okay, I do like the look of that. So that's generating the power for me. But now I'm kind of looking at this and going, this is generating, well, it says 280% of the normal 2K. So it's doing 5.6K of generation. That right there is far more than these other guys are doing. So I really don't need these wind generators anymore. I think what I need is a set of 4 of these thermo generators. And I think that could do everything I need as far as generating power. And if I'm going to do that, then I don't need to be way up here at the windiest top of the build height. I could build this down below. A little prep time, a little meeting time, a little eating time. Puerco pibil. It's really delicious. All sorts of good stuff like that. And it's time to do a little building time. All right, so what I want to do is make more of these thermo generators. And so I had to go through and make all of them. I made enough for 2, and then I realized, oh no, I needed 3. So we'll break that and let's make a few things. Wrong key. This wrong key again. That key. There we go. I can do this. I can do it 9 times. All right, let's click down to here. That's the first one. Let's do these 3. And then, oh, don't tell me. Oh, they don't stack. That's just annoying. All right, I'll take you. Let's make you. See, it would be so much nicer if I could just do them all at a time. Then I would mumble mutter. Resin, frasin, no good. Dirty red spit. All right, so let's craft these. There's the hardens. These are some of my favorite power generators because they just run. I don't have to, well, I do have to supply them water, but getting them sufficient water is not that difficult. And so I just set them and forget them and walk away, and they just power up my base, which is very, very nice. And the 4 of these will produce way more than I've been using up to this point, but I'm storing it, so that'll work. Let's finish this one last, and then we need the nitro level stuff. There we go. I went and got rid of all that stuff up at build height because I don't need that anymore. Done. All right, let's go downstairs. Run over this direction and set them up in place. And that's one of the nice things of having a basement. Oh, go away, you. A basement here is I put down tons and tons of torches because the bats were spawning down here as soon as it got a little dark. And I said, nope, 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 don't want freaking bats spawning around here. That's just not good. All right, let's drop all those. So all of these are getting water in place. They're all producing 5.6K RF, so that's plenty. And if I can look in here, can I get in there? Nope, I can't see it. So let's go upstairs and we'll look at it here. And this is, the power is jumping up pretty fast. So I have 2 billion RF that I can, or FE, that I can store now. And at this point, I really don't care. I could boost these up one more notch and they'll use a whole lot more power. They would be using, instead of 1K, it would be 2K as they cycle along. That's okay. I've got the power to generate that. And I can process these things here, and I've just got plenty of power in this place. I'm a good. And I like it. I really like that a lot. It just, having the power means I don't have to worry about it, and it can just slowly generate up. At this point, it's generated up fast, and when I start have enough machines that need to do stuff where that doesn't manage it anymore, I'm not going to make 12, 24 of them. I'm just going to make some reactors, and they'll produce 10 times the power that those things are doing, and that should be sufficient. Although I probably won't be doing anything from a need point of view. Probably not, just because I really can't see anything that's going to be consuming huge amounts of power going forward in the pack. Still haven't gotten into immersive engineering, and I should. Below me is a void portal, and I should have, had I been smart. Here's the void. This is where what I build in the last pack, and it was fantastic. There's no blood moons. It's always day. It's very bright. This is fantastic for building. And if I had the obsidian and the ender pearl and thought about this early on, I would have set up my base there. And then I wouldn't worry about all this stuff going on, the blood moon and sleeping through and the phantoms coming out and all that fun stuff. No, wouldn't have to worry about it. I couldn't have a mob farm, but, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing Factory on the Sky 4 on the FTOG server, conquering my power problems. And now I've got a really good power setup and storage. I think that's the best thing, is the storage. And thanks for watching.